Hello, welcome to Tarot to a T. This is a July 2022 reading for the sign of Gemini. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. Glad you could stop by. And if you are returning or one of my awesome subscribers, thank you. I appreciate you, just like you appreciate me. So, if you have been here before, I am going to do a little bit of a different spread. It seems to be working out for the month of July. I was kind of called just to kind of change things up. So we got one card there. But what I'm doing is I'm going to pull out 4 cards for a situation that you're dealing with, Gemini. Wow, that's too many. For the month of July 2022. And then we're going to ask for cards of advice to make it all worthwhile. So what can you tell me? Universal energies, great spirits, whatnot. Okay, I like that. What's going on with Gemini? This will be interesting. I do know a Gemini, and I kind of know something they're going through to see if it is indeed going to come out in the cards what they're going through. If I remember, I'll let you know at the end of the video. Whoa, okay. Flying monkeys. Okay, now let's see some cards of advice, if you don't mind. Okay. And if I forget to say it, Gemini, happy 4th of July. One more card of advice, please, for Gemini. Oh, all right. Nice. We'll look at that in a minute. I almost flew into my candle. That would not have been good. Okay, let's get started. You got some change going on. Might deal with a third party situation or some kind of third element. Ooh. This dark Queen of Spades. Oh, but this is nice. We got the 10 of Diamonds. 10 of Pentacles. So you ended some kind of major cycle. Probably having to do with finances. Is actually the card of some kind of windfall, honestly. Good things coming in financially or some kind of abundance. It is the card of success and prosperity in general, but like I said, I think this has brought on some excuse me, some changes that needed to happen. This is the card of being dissatisfied in some way, especially with your living situation, which certainly can be impacted by finances, right? However, there's still a bit of a struggle here with some kind of third element or a person. It could be her. We'll just get that out in the open. Queen of Spades can be an air sign. Just like you. It could be you. Or another Gemini, or a Libra, or an Aquarius. The thing that makes her most, how should I say it, the most worrisome, is that she doesn't say a whole lot, so you don't know exactly what she's thinking or what she's planning. But this tends to be a kind of authoritarian female energy, and it does not have to be a female. That's my disclaimer. Just somebody who embodies this dominating female energy, authoritative female energy, that kind of has this mischievous side, or they're planning something not so nice. Okay? If it's not a person it represents, but I'm feeling strongly that it represents somebody. Dare I say you, since it is a Gemini card, but it also can represent you being suspicious of somebody's motives. We could reverse that and say somebody's suspicious of you, because you ended here, like I said, on something very, very nice. You completed some kind of cycle. Finances, abundance, I tend to think there's some kind of work situation, but it doesn't have to be. It does not have to be. Let's get some more cards, though. Yeah, there was a tower moment. Tower moments, goes without saying, also set you up for a new beginning and a new start because you're building on something solid. It's just that the structure that was there before is gone. And what you're rebuilding here, I think this is where the struggle comes in. You're rebuilding from something. It's very interesting because you have like the cards of changes happening, but this is very positive. Huh. I don't know. It's almost like it was a blessing in disguise. Like, I'm picking up something like along those lines that, and by the way, this is for July, so if it hasn't happened yet, it may be just around the corner. Oh, 3 of Diamonds. But like, before I read into the 3 of Diamonds here, I just want to say it's like something on the surface looks bad that happened, but it's a blessing in disguise because of this 10 of Diamonds. And here you have more finances that are highlighted. This is actually, again, money or abundance or finances, but there's some kind of confusion around it. There's like some kind of communication that needs to happen. I don't know if the communication is I need some tea, sorry. I did cough though when I said communication. I don't know if the communication is like dealing with settling the money matters, or it's just communication along some other lines. You know what I mean? Like letting someone know how you feel. Would definitely pull a couple more cards. See if we can get some more information out of that for me. If this is fitting for you, you might know what that means. Okay, again we have another card of abundance. The 2 of Diamonds, let me just rearrange my cards, I don't like them being all over the place. 2 of Diamonds does talk about balance and harmony, so you definitely have some kind of financial situation that has turned out favorably for you. Perhaps you didn't have balance and harmony before in your checkbook or your bank accounts, but now you do, or it's getting that way. It's also the card of investing. Maybe you had some kind of investment close out where you had to cash out. I don't know, the stock market's not doing real good these days, so it must not be that. It could be, I don't know, maybe a property that you invested in. And it turned out really nice. I mean, I could believe that, even though I know a little bit about what's going on with real estate, just because, I don't know, it's kind of piqued my interest. It's not something I know a ton about. I just know that interest rates are going up, so people aren't buying houses as quickly. That doesn't mean the real estate market isn't still working well right now. They keep warning that it's not going to continue that way. But perhaps you sold the property or got rid of it, need for change, in the nick of time. Way too many cards. Is there anything else you can tell me about Gemini's situation before we move on to advice? Anything else? Okay, I'll take that. This is taking control. Now we do have the Queen of Spades out here. Now we have the King. We have the royal pair, as they say. But Spades, always 9 times out of 10 with these cartomancy readings, they carry some kind of negativity in some sense. Doesn't have to be doom and gloom, But with this king, you're looking at somebody who causes problems in relationships or caused a problem in this situation. Because no matter the transaction, it does involve people, so there's going to be the potential for relationships to become, rocky or unstable. But this is an authority figure, or someone who's very good with money and business and all that kind of thing. I'm thinking that you're represented by this king and this queen in some way. I think I'm not saying you did something sinister here, but I think what you did, people weren't expecting. You were being very quiet about it, very reserved. You were holding it to yourself. Perhaps you didn't even tell anybody about this. The potential for you to profit. It's possibly something you've been holding on to for a while. And with here, you took control. Maybe you figured out a way for it to happen now, if that makes sense. If it's a property, you figured out a way to get it sold. If it's some kind of investment, you figured out a way to turn it around and make it into something that you were going to close out and profit, like a win-win. Yeah, I'm sensing that strongly. This is a win-win. I'm not saying you did anything sinister, though. It's just kind of how the things unfolded for you. And the tower moment. You might have stepped on some toes. I'll be honest with you, Gemini. You might have stepped on some toes here in the process, but you're not showing any kind of remorse or sense of loss or broken heart. I just think it's just something that happened as a matter of the course of things. And now you're rebuilding from a certain place. Maybe you're looking for the next investment. Maybe you're trying to figure out what to do with this new prosperity or where to go from here. Yeah, I think it's more like that. You're trying to figure out where to go from here. But let's look at your cards of advice. Oh, 3 of spades. 9 of clubs, not too bad. 5 of diamonds, yep, changes in finances. And I saw this earlier. Again, a new heart, a new start. But it does have a heart on it. New heart start. I'm going to talk about this first because I think whatever transpired here, I don't want to bluntly say that you were heartless, but like I said, I think you might have stepped on some toes or offended somebody. Somebody felt kind of run over. And this is about beginning again and putting your heart first. So not being so cold about it, detached, that sort of thing. This 3 of spades here is revealing some worry or some kind of physical problem. We did have the card here, the 3 of clubs is about some kind of struggle or fight that's going on. I think here it is actually saying that you really are kind of worried. And you're experiencing some kind of discomfort or anguish at this time. If it hasn't already happened, you will. Maybe you're not feeling so good about yourself, for example, even though you had this great prosperity. The 9 of clubs talks about definitely a completion and achieving some kind of contentment. And plans that you had put in motion, they've come to an end. I mean, that's kind of redundant because we know that's happened. And then again, with the 5 of diamonds, this is about changes in finances. It's actually the card of exchanges. So exchanging one thing for another. Property changed hands, job changes, some kind of settlement. As a result, you're having a financial boost. And I do strongly feel this Ace of Hearts is about going forward, but being more compassionate in some way, or more gentle and sensitive. sensitivity, that kind of thing. Let's see if we can get any more cards of advice, especially around this Three of Spades. Ten of Hearts. This is ultimate happiness. This is completion. This is celebrating. This is feeling like you belong to a secure family, a group of friends. I'm almost getting the sense that's it. We're not going to get anything else out of it. It's like, that's the pinnacle of everything, right? The completion. You're rebuilding from the Tower. It's advising you to do that with some kind of compassion or sensitivity here. Perhaps for now you just need to have a little bit of discomfort and worry. Maybe that's the karma you're paying for what transpired, and it's just going to be something you have to kind of live with. But you definitely, I don't want to say profited, but you definitely came out on the better end of the stick, in some sense of the word. Whether somebody got run over in the process, I'm not quite sure. It's kind of hinting towards that. That's why I keep pulling that out. I don't sugarcoat things, at least I try not to. I try to be real with these things, and even if they're unpleasant, it's kind of something you have to, face. We all have things that we said or done, or, that we have to face and say, yeah, I could have done something differently, and that really wasn't the right thing to do, but I did it anyway. I mean, kind of eating your words, eating your actions, feeling the stress from that. Having a conscience is a good thing, because it means that you care. If you didn't have a conscience and this wasn't bothering you, you're a psychopath or a sociopath. So it's not such a bad thing to have a conscience. It's just something that perhaps that's what this is meant to tell you and tell me, that it's a lesson in the journey towards becoming the best version of you, right? I don't think there's anything to do, though. I'm really sensing that that's it. This Ten of Hearts is like, boom, done. You get to ride off in the sunset. So, anyway, take that if it fits. If it doesn't fit, you're welcome to toss it away. If you're not a subscriber and you'd like to see what comes up in the next reading, I do mid-month readings, and I try to fit in a bonus. Go ahead and hit the subscribe and the notification for that, and then hit that big like thingy down there on the bottom of the video if you like the video. Anyway, Gemini, take care until I see you again.